Hi Scorpio, Daily Horoscope for June 4, 2023. A rational and serious attitude toward life is represented by the number 4, which represents day 4. The horoscope for tomorrow suggests that Scorpios cut down on their professional activities and, even better, take some time off to relax. Enjoy a day of unwinding in a laid-back setting, and realize that chasing after short-term accomplishment is not the most essential thing to do in this life. It is possible for there to be issues with the cardiovascular system when there is a full moon, since this is the time when all of the processes in the body reach their utmost capacity. Maintain a healthy blood pressure and cholesterol level by controlling your blood pressure. Today's Scorpios are so receptive to new experiences and perspectives that they readily adapt to shifting circumstances. Because learning and traveling are encouraged when the moon is in Sagittarius, you should not pass up the opportunity to have an experience that you will never forget. Make an effort to refrain from filling strangers in on the specifics of your life. The combination of your chatty nature and the many fancies held by others makes for a very explosive substance. Be really cautious. Maintaining a close watch on your money is essential, and just because you don't consider yourself to be especially materialistic or a fan of opulence doesn't mean that having a healthy bank account isn't something you should strive to have. Your high-minded sign would much prefer concentrate on other things than the money in your pocket, which may seem like a statement that is stating the obvious, but some signs are far more guilty than others of letting financial concerns go to the wayside, and your sign is one of those signs. Having said that, the universe knows just when to remind you of something, as well as what it should remind you of, and right now it is advising you to keep a close check on your financial situation. Your second house of earned cash and material belongings is being illuminated by a lovely full moon in Sagittarius right now, and this might bring a significant windfall or new business chance your way. However, if you continue to ignore money concerns, then you'll lose this opportunity, so stay focused. Do you believe that the people you date help bring you closer to the things that are important to you? Are the values that your spouse holds compatible with the values that you hold? As the moon is now in the sign of Sagittarius and located in your second house, these are important issues to consider today. People often find themselves in partnerships that do not necessarily bring them closer to the things that are important to them in their life. This is a common occurrence. As a natural consequence, they wind up feeling bitter and unhappy, and the ties they form with others don't endure very long. Ask yourself what steps you can take to increase the likelihood that the partners you attract will share your values, at least to some extent. It is inevitable that you and your partner will always have certain points of contention with one another. Nevertheless, what is most important is that these issues are not of a fundamental nature and that you and your partner are able to appreciate one another despite the fact that you do not always agree. In addition to that, how can you learn to be less rigid, and how can you learn to embrace alternative ideals that you may end up discovering to be true for you? The advice given in the Scorpio horoscope is to obtain the help of a trusted companion. It's possible that you'll be able to do everything on your own, but having the assistance of a friend or family member will make things much easier. You will have the time and money to do nothing tomorrow. It will help to create a nice and soothing environment if you give your significant other a massage and run them a bath with fragrant essential oils. The passion that exists between two people is symbolized by the love vibration of the number 1. Since a strong emotion serves as the foundation for every good relationship, it is essential that you continue to pique the interest of your spouse in you. Are you content with the way that your finances are now standing? Do your efforts at work result in the amount of money that you would want to have? The moon is now in the sign of Sagittarius, which corresponds to your second house of money and personal resources, so these are ideal questions to ask yourself today. You should also use this opportunity to examine the way you handle your financial matters and determine whether or not there is anything you can go without or reduce your spending on in order to make more efficient use of your resources. Figure out how to be organized in the manner that you spend money and keep track of the amount of money you spend on each aspect of your life by learning how to be organized. It's probably not the greatest moment to start putting those grandiose ideas into action. Your official enthusiasm will not be appreciated. On the other hand, A determined pressure might frighten away partners and co-workers. The advice given in the Scorpio horoscope career section is to have an optimistic attitude. Ignore the challenges and approach the task with responsibility. Doing so will make it easier to bring good fortune and financial gain into your life in the future. When Mercury is in the sign of Taurus, it suggests that one's mind is clear. If you do not let yourself get sidetracked by little matters, you will have no trouble overcoming any challenges. When it comes to your money, there are a lot of little details that may be pretty annoying, but you're going to have to pay attention to them regardless of how much you want to ignore them. Keep in mind that this is not going to last forever. The more attention you pay to them right now, the less time you will have to spend dealing with them in the future. The goal for the day is to achieve some level of organization. You should expect some positive news about your money, but it's possible that you'll have to go through a few hoops before you get there. Keep persisting. At this moment, the moon is providing you with great energy. Thus, you should make the most of it while you still have the chance. During this transit, Scorpio has to put their attention on improving themselves and growing. Spend some time thinking about your objectives, and make any required adjustments. Smoky quartz is a beneficial stone for Scorpio because it encourages the process of transition and letting go. If you want to improve your health in general, you should try changing your diet to include more warming foods like cinnamon and turmeric. Tomorrow, sun and air baths will be very beneficial for you, so make an effort to schedule your day so that you get the most out of them. Your Scorpio health horoscope suggests that you catch a good surge of energy and let it wash over you. Calmness of mind, an upbeat attitude, and regular exercise are the most effective treatments for any and all diseases. Make an effort to reduce the amount of activities you engage in when the moon is traveling through the sign of Sagittarius. Refrain from going on lengthy walks and increasing the intensity of your exercises since there is a greater risk of hip fractures, dislocations, and inflammation brought on by these activities. Leo, you have a propensity to put up a very composed front most of the time. One of the reasons for this is that you don't always want other people to see all of the work, passion, and energy that is truly necessary to pull off the great tasks that you manage to do on a daily basis. There are probably a number of personal reasons for this, but I'm sure one of them is that. However, the universe is conspiring to show you that you don't always have to be chill, cool, and perfect for people to like you. In fact, if you were open about your passions and desires, they might even like you a lot more than you could have ever hoped they would. Well, while I totally appreciate how you always manage to come off as unflustered and cool no matter what, the universe is conspiring to show you that sometimes you don't need to be. Right now, you should not care about how cool you seem when expressing your wishes. Instead, you should focus on being honest about what you want. You will seem to be exactly what you are to the one who is right for you. I wish you a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.